McDonald's has given me more than I could have ever dreamed. And to be around some, individuals who just, for the grace of God, go I. And they just need a little, just a little assistance, a little help.
While raising their family in Huntington, New York, the Kaufmans noticed the disparity between the wealthy and the poor. Wanting to do more than contribute financially, they've spent the past 20 years volunteering at the Family Service League, which provides the most basic needs to nearly 47,000 families each year.
I remember my mother saying to us, "You kids have so much to buy for school, how do other people do that? We should do something about that." So she and my father created the Back to School boutique.
Lynn and Jonah knew that our kids weren't excited about the first day of school because they didn't have all the things that other kids had. So Jonah and Lynn provided us the means to make sure children had school supplies. And it's become something that we do now, not helping 500 families, but now 2,000.
But children weren't the only ones in need in Suffolk County.
About 6 years ago, we learned about 40 guys were living in tent-like conditions in the bitter cold. Those individuals could not or would not go through our county shelter system, and we needed a resource immediately.
So Family Service League went to the one place that really would just help, and that was the religious organizations in town. And they said, well, then they can sleep in our church.
And what do? They volunteer as to be two of the chaperones one night a week.
It was like, put your money where your mouth is. If this is so worthwhile, then we had to take the tough shift because then other people would take the tough shift.
She said, how hard is it? I'm giving up one night of sleeping in my bed to be out there to help those who really need a hand. And that's the essence of Lynn and Jonah.
Recognizing that education is the way out of poverty, once again, the Family Service League turned to the Kaufmans for help.
Jonah volunteered at our family center where he helped these young men and women to file the financial aid applications, to look into colleges, to look at what scholarships were out there, and he really became a mentor to many of them.
I was working full-time through college to help my family out. My mom was hit by a car in 2001, and she spent several months in the hospital. So at that time, my brother was about 4 or 5, and it's just me, my mom, and my brother.
She has had setback after setback after setback, and yet she just keeps her eye on the goal.
At that time, it was just hard. So the best thing for me to do was just get a job and put law school on the back burner. Knowing that I had him in my corner, I went straight through law school and become an attorney to hopefully help out my family. He is a blessing to me and my family, and we all appreciate him so much and everything he's done for me because it helped out a lot. It definitely does.
At the end of the day, if somebody looks back and know that somebody cared, that might just be enough that today will be the day that they get their life on a better path for them.
It would be hard for me to function with everything I have been given and I've been blessed if when somebody who just needed a college form, a phone call to be made, if you weren't there. That's the least you could do, and we're going to continue.